I think we're just trying to put together our best game right now going into the playoffs, and I think we've played a lot of really good teams here as of late, a lot of playoff teams. So for us, it's not so much about the opponent, but ourselves, and trying to put together trying to really round into form here to find our best product before we get going in a couple weeks.
Is there a different level, though, with this particular team? Just you clearly don't like each other, the two teams, and you can feel that on the ice, and it feels more like playoffs because there's some hate between the two teams.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, like it's emotional, and you don't want to cross over, but sometimes it's fine. It's hockey. You're allowed to get emotional, and to try and let that bring out the best in you. You just got to make sure that you're not. You can tip to the line, but just don't cross it. And I thought both teams played hard today, and it was just a really good hockey game.
Does Bruins Panthers hit different, or is it just two good teams playing each other? Is this different given the history and everything?
It's just two good teams playing each other, and I think you could say the same thing for a lot of the divisional teams that we play against. And whether it's it's Tampa or Toronto or these guys, we've had a lot of good games, and I think the thing that makes it so exciting is that all of those teams are really competitive. The Eastern Conference has had some really good teams for a while now, and we've been fortunate enough to be one of them. But when you're playing against other really good teams, you're able to create some good rivalry. So it's been fun.
What do you think the difference
in getting this team to round into form that the schedule has been so difficult?
I think it's been good. I think I'd rather be playing these teams right now with with a lot still at stake, whether it's seeding and points. Mostly just finding our game is really what's at stake, I feel like. But doing it against playoff teams is an added bonus to have some really important games this late in the year.
What do you think you guys have been able to find in terms of finding your game this last week and a half?
There's a certain simplicity that we have to play, but it allows us to have success. And at times it might be boring, but it's winning hockey. So it's getting the puck behind them, staying above them, being opportunistic, but overall not beating ourselves. Everybody at this level knows what's right and knows what's wrong. So it was sort of a little bit of a moment a couple of weeks ago, looking at ourselves and identifying like, hey, we know we're beating ourselves. We're giving up things that we shouldn't. So it's really was kind of something that we had to dig deep and be like, we're going to play simple and we're going to play responsible. And we've done it for a couple of weeks now, and we've seen some good results. So
is that what you think has played into the team maybe getting better at closing out other teams, winning in overtime, holding off teams, extending leads in the third period? Monty also mentioned just physicality and maybe having to just take it from other teams when you really want to win in the third period. The team sort of learning and maturing how to do that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a mold of playoff hockey, right, and the physicality of it. And you can't do that 82 times a year. It's not possible. It's it's tough and it's demanding, but at this point, as we're trying to find our finished product, that's going to be a part of it, and it's a part of everybody's DNA once the playoffs start. So trying to incorporate it now.
Another step closer to winning the division. Is that significant for this group, particularly maybe given some of the chatter about who you lost coming into this season, and to still kind of establish yourself in the division?
No, honestly, I've been fortunate enough to be on division-winning teams and President Trophy-winning teams, and it's awesome. But no one remembers that. And you give it back for a cup, so I'm not really overly concerned with that. I think what we always strive for is home ice. Home ice is important, but once you get home ice, you've done your job.
How nice was it to see Boquist have that kind of moment in this building?
Awesome. He works incredibly hard, and he's had a great story this year. From up and then down, and working hard down there, and then coming up and making the most of his opportunities, and carving out himself a space on this team and playing every single day. So it's awesome. He's an easy guy to root for.